Looking for a car dealer that actually feels like your hometown? Welcome to City Chevrolet of Grayslake, where the vibe is friendly, the pressure is off, and you'll always be treated like family. Meet Anthony Scala. He's just not the owner. He's a guy that grew up in the car business, worked his way from porter to owner. Anthony believes in people first. That's why City Chevy sponsors your kids' teams, your town events. And matter of fact, this show, they give back every chance they get. Anthony thinks that the experience of buying a car should be fun. No pressure, just honest people who care. Whether you need a new Chevy, a quality used car, or just service you can trust, City Chevy is here for you. Come visit City Chevrolet of Grayslake right off of 120. And thank you for sponsoring our town, our stories, our voice. Let's get after it, Grayslake. Grayslake Rehabilitation Center is a community-based private practice physical therapy provider. Do you know they have 13 clinical providers with various levels of specialties, including orthopedics, sports, neurology, vestibular, geriatrics, pelvic floor, and aquatic? What? Did I just say they have a pool? Well, they do, and it's the largest indoor warm water pool in Lake County, featuring 2 underwater treadmills and swim currents. And recently added clinical treatment specialties, in layman's terms, shockwave. They have both radial and focus units that are the newest tool in regenerative medicine, available to everyone. They pride themselves on the most current and up-to-date specialized care to keep you moving. If you're looking for physical therapy, make sure to see our friends at Grayslake Rehabilitation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Discovering Grayslake. I am here at the Loop Marketing recording today, and my special guest today she's smiling. I am so happy because I think this is going to air the day that you retire.
Oh, that's exciting.
I have Laurie Lambie, or Mrs. Lambie.
You can call me Laurie Lambie.
Laurie Lambie. Okay, so I saw you at Charlie's, and you were celebrating with some friends.
I was.
Yes.
It was the end of the year celebration retirement for me.
And if anybody knows anything about Woodview, I think the one thing about the staff and the crew there is you are experts at celebrations.
Well, I think we're experts at celebrations. We're quite good.
You are. Well, I'm going to say that it's been proven time and time again. I'm just saying.
That's because it's probably the best people in the world. Yeah. Best staff I've ever worked with ever. And you know what you didn't let me say? This is an honor. I'm so honored that you asked me to do this.
Oh, my gosh. Well, it is a pleasure. And you deserve a lot of recognition, and our whole community, like every time that your name comes out, just to see the smile on people's faces. Whether you're their coworkers or moms and dads of, like, you know, kids that you've had. So
that makes my day. Yeah. And that means I've done my job.
Right. Mm-hmm. And now you're done.
I am
You're retiring. Okay, so now what we'll start here and then we'll move backwards. Like, when did you say, okay, are you at your certain amount of years, or are you just like, I've had enough, you want a break? What do you want to do?
I think it was like, okay, this is my 32nd year. Oh. I've been doing this for 23 in Grayslake, but my 32nd year, and I was going to retire last year, but I literally had a parent that said, but you've had all my kids. I need my third one to be with you. And she'll know who she is if she listens to this. And I went, okay, I'll do one more year. Really? And I have a lot of siblings this year that are in my group. And I just said, I'm ready.
Wow.
My body's getting tired, man.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I totally respect what you do. So what grade have you taught? Have you taught the same thing at Woodview the entire time?
No, I mostly second grade, but then for 8 years I did a 1-2 loop. So I would start in first and I'd loop up with the same group. So Mrs. Wansel and I did that for 8 years.
Really? Mm-hmm. That must be really rewarding, except for if you have kids that you don't want to come up.
You know what?
At least you know what you're into.
I do. And it's amazing when they go to the second grade.
Yeah.
They're used to me, and so it's a much...
And it must make them more comfortable, too. It's kind of a good concept.
I loved it.
That's great.
It was when we started getting all new curriculum, and I went, okay, I can't keep 2 in my head anymore. I need to just stay in one. Oh, no, it was the best.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you have 32 years, but 26?
23 in Grayslake, and I taught 9 years in California.
Okay, so you're in California, you're teaching. How in the hell do you get to Grayslake?
My sister married someone from here.
Okay.
And she was here about 13 years, and my husband and I said, let's do it.
Really?
And the day we were leaving, neither one of us had a job.
Really?
And then the day we left, we moved our moving van up, and he signed with the company he worked for there, and he works for them here.
Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah, and so we lived with my sister for about 7 months, and then we bought. And
Wow. So how long did it take you to get a job?
The first place I interviewed.
Really? Okay.
As soon as I bought my house in Grayslake, I said, "What's the school?"
Okay, so that was 2000.
We moved here in 2002. So my son was 6 months old, and now he's 23.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many children do you have?
I have two. Emily and Sean both went through Woodview.
Okay, that was my question. So they both, you didn't obviously, you don't teach your own kids.
No, gosh, no.
I was going to say that would be bad.
They wouldn't listen to me, probably.
Okay. How fun was that, though?
I loved it.
Really cool.
Loved it.
Yeah. It's fun to talk to teachers and when their kids go through. Either you want to be there around there or you don't want anything to do with it.
I did.
You did.
I loved it. I loved living in the community where kids would see me on the street. Hey, Mrs. Lambie.
Right.
It was good.
Wow. You're part of the reason that, when we talk about like doing this podcast and like how special Grayslake is. Like, obviously you were drawn here and like for community-wise, like how do you even compare that to moving from California?
Someone goes, it's so crowded here. And I'm all, crowded? I lived in a city of 150,000 people. Oh, wow. And it was right next to, here I'm all 30,000. This is awesome.
Yes.
I love, it's so community-based. I mean, the first parade I went to, it's like, okay, this is awesome. They're throwing candy to us.
Right.
I mean, it's just such a wonderful community feeling.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so when you first started, so you've been just of those grades, like Woodview, did you have any idea, like, because they're really part of your family, right?
They are.
This time.
Yeah.
That's so great.
And it's like, one time it was when it was Light the Lamp.
Yes.
One of my very first students was sitting there waiting for friends, and I was with my family, and I just went and sat next.
Oh my gosh.
I sat next to him, and he looked at me, and he goes, Mrs. Lambie? And I went, I can't believe you're in here in a bar, but...
When we realize how old we are,
yes.
Right? When we see that.
Yep.
Well, it's funny because we spoke a little bit before we started, and I knew you as, I think they just called you Lambie at the time.
Yes.
Like on the street.
Yes.
You had street cred.
Yep.
Right away when I met you. But my children never had you.
Nope.
Oh.
Did not.
And it was fun having everybody go through Woodview like that and seeing everything.
There's something special about Woodview.
Yeah, what is that? Why is it so much different from not that all of our other schools aren't great, but there's a certain magic about Woodview.
It's to me, it's a family. Mm-hmm. You've had a lot of the same people that have been there a long time. Mm-hmm. There are new people that come in and out, but it's like we like doing stuff together. Mm-hmm. We do a lot outside of school. My first and second grade team had a T-shirt that says we are part of the Lambie fan club, and it's a family, and we like each other.
That's awesome.
And just nice, kind, wonderful people.
Yeah, because you really don't see a ton of people that work together all the time that actually enjoy going out with each other, because you guys are.
Yes, we do like it.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
It's great. I want to do a couple things here. First of all, I know you probably have a lot of them. How about one of your fondest memories teaching here?
One of my fondest memories.
1 minute, your world is normal. The next, it's gone. A flood, a fire, a crime scene. Your home shattered. Your business shut down. Your life on pause. But in the darkest hour, when chaos knocks at your door, that's when Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County shows up. Not just a company, not just a cleanup crew, but neighbors, parents, coaches, locals who care. Drake and his team aren't just restoring properties. They're restoring peace, restoring dignity, restoring lives. So when your worst day arrives, call the oh no guy who becomes your thank God guy. Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County. Locally owned, nationally known, unshakably trusted. From devastation to restoration. Serve Pro, Northwest Lake County.
Hey neighbors, this is Bill Mock with the Grayslake Chamber of Commerce. And if you're looking for a network of hard-working, customer-focused, and generally friendly local businesses who are dedicated to helping each other succeed, then I'd like to invite you to check out and consider joining our Grayslake Chamber. We offer our members so many ways to advance their businesses through social networking events, special event sponsorships, informative lunch and learns, and the ever-popular after-hours mixers. Come see why we say we're the new wave of business here in Lake County.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't start with anything bad. At least.
No, there's so many. I don't know. I always like the first day of school is always the best. We always start with a cheer, and it's the same every year, and I get to do that every year. I love that. I love all of our like dodgeball nights, all the special nights. We used to do lip sync.
Yes.
There's too many of them to say fondest, but I would probably say all of the lip sync nights.
Yeah.
Where we were doing a lip sync.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to be involved with that for several years. It drove me crazy trying to do but you guys really put on a good show. That was super fun.
And it's just the kids love it. And
are they still doing it?
No.
After I decided I wasn't.
Then you weren't doing it anymore. We said, we're done.
After the C word?
After the C word, it just kind of stopped. Yeah. Maybe they'll bring it back.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And today, the day that we're recording this, you guys
we just had field day.
Right. We're supposed to be on video, but Laurie said there's no way we're doing
No, I said
today.
no. Well, please don't take a picture.
The only way, there will be no photo
No
ops
photos,
today.
a little hot and good.
Besides the family of people and that you work with, what do you think you're going to miss the most? Or do you know what you'll miss the most?
Oh, absolutely. It's seeing my staff, seeing the staff every single day.
Yeah.
I will miss that. I really will miss the kids because they keep asking me, so then why are you retiring if you love us so much?
It's a fair question.
It is a fair question. So I will miss the interaction with the kids. I will miss when I see them out and about.
Yeah.
And it's like, Mrs. Lambie, and you feel like you're a star for 5 seconds. People. I will miss people.
Yeah. To actually have a job where kids are actually fond of you is kind of a special thing, other than running and hiding from you, that they actually want to hang out with you.
I
and they love
do.
you.
Even when I see them sometimes in high school, it's like sometimes it's like Mrs. Lambie, and then sometimes it's like, oh, I can't say hi to her. You get a hit or miss, but yeah.
Right.
Kids, the people.
Okay, so what a special job. So with doing that, I'm sure there's got to be like a retirement like hangover or something that's going to happen. Like, what are you going to do?
I get asked that all the time. So, what are you going to do? And I'm all,
Now you're being recorded, so you better be careful.
I'm all, can I do nothing? I've been doing this for a long time.
Sure.
The biggest thing that we're doing is my husband and I are just the two of us are taking a vacation in September.
Awesome.
We're going to Portugal for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep.
How wonderful.
And when have I ever taken a vacation in September?
Right. That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
It'll almost feel like you're doing something wrong, too.
So I can tell you on August 12th, because August 11th is the first day of school. We'll see how I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because summer, but
right.
We'll see.
Okay, so Portugal. Why Portugal? Is that something you've always wanted to do?
No, that's what my husband would love to live there. And I'm all, how about we visit first?
Sure.
Yeah. So.
Well, I heard it's really affordable to live there, so maybe you'll come back with a property or something.
Who knows?
You never know.
I don't know. My kids both live here. I can't move. But yeah, he would love to move overseas, so we'll see.
Wow, that's excellent.
Yeah.
So yeah, you haven't really even got to do that.
And I would love to do stuff with animals.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need to elaborate on that.
I would love to. I might go volunteer at Save a Pet and walk and do whatever they need. I've already got like 5 gigs of house sitting for dogs.
Really?
And I wouldn't mind dog walking. I just want to do something with animals.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool.
Or nothing.
Or nothing. Nothing to do with people, just maybe the animals. It's probably a safer route that way anyway to get along. But that's really cool. So that's what's you just see what happens.
Yep. And I read a lot.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about that because I heard a rumor last night during you had one of your retirement celebrations.
I did.
And they were poking fun that you read so much.
I do read a lot.
You're an avid reader.
Every
that's
day.
All I know. That's good.
Every day.
Yeah, I'm sure that it can get racy when you're reading.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just skipping right over to everything else. We're taking a quick break just to say hello because everybody knows Nano. And Nano knows real estate. And actually, I believe that's the name of her Instagram page. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or know somebody in the market for a home, contact Nano from Baird & Warner. She's a Grayslake girl helping out Grayslake people. You know, when we talk about teaching, so did you have a favorite subject or favorite thing, like where you get to see the light bulbs turned on in kids' head? Like, what was your favorite thing to teach?
The biggest one, and we talk about that. Do you have a light? It's like your light bulb is either dim or your light bulb's flickering, or it's really cool when they're, and I use that analogy, which is weird, that, oh my gosh, your light bulb just went off. You're getting it. And the biggest one is probably in math.
Really?
Is when, and we don't know what we're doing. And then we just go over and over it, and all of a sudden it's like, you can see, I get it, Mrs. Lambie. And we call it, that's funny that you said light bulb, because, your light bulb just might be dim right now, but it will start flickering, and then it will. Because
it's got to be cool when they get it, right?
It is really cool
or when
you
have a way to teach them where they're actually interested, right?
Yeah.
Because
and that's my goal, is to, it's like, it can be fun, guys. Learning can be fun.
Right.
So.
Okay, so have students heard that you're retiring and coming to visit you? And saying goodbye to you already?
Already. Well, I had one today.
The reason you were late today?
The reason why I was late.
By 3 minutes, that's it.
He is 28, and brought me a retirement gift that he made.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's very weird that they're 28. Yeah, if you really think about that one.
Yep.
Wow.
My first group, well, this shows here, my first group at Woodview
would be how old?
30. Because one of his daughters in second grade, and then I saw him the other night, and it's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, my kids that were in California, they're already having children.
Wow.
So think of 38 is their.
Right.
That just makes me sound like I'm
really
old.
Crazy. Right. Well, my father taught for 37 years, and he's been retired for 30. So I was asking him how old his kids were. And he's like, they're retired.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Good time. And it's kind of fun, especially if you get to see different generations, right?
Well, both my parents were teachers, so.
Wow. That's really, so is that what made you want to be a teacher?
Yeah, I fought it. After I graduated, I worked for 4 years just doing other stuff, saying, I'm not going to be a teacher.
Right. What did you want to be?
I didn't know. I knew I was going to be a teacher.
Right. You were just fighting
I was just fighting it. And then I went, all right, I'll go back and get my credential.
Wow.
But yeah, I knew that's. Wow. Now, looking back, now of course, that's what I'm doing.
Right. Well, and it runs in the family, right?
It does.
It must be a way that you probably admired them a lot, too, that they followed their footsteps like that. That's huge.
My mom was there last night, which is cool. She's 90. And she would volunteer in my classroom a lot, too.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So the celebration last night. So are there any other celebrations going on that we need to know about?
Not for me, nope.
Okay, good.
Everything is
good.
It's done. I'm one that loves the attention. I love attention, but I'm all,
this is enough.
I'm tired of it. It's like, not tired of it. Please edit that out.
Right.
It's hard all of a sudden to go, oh my gosh, okay, enough.
I know, right? But it's fun, and
I
deserve it.
I do.
But at some point,
it's like being the star. But come on.
Well, you better like it, because then you'll just be the star with the animals moving forward, and they're going to have parties for you. But I'm sure it's going to be hard to shake your friends at Woodview.
I won't.
They'll be around forever.
Because they're my ride or dies. I love them. So I said I'll be going out to lunch with you when you go, and it's like, you
can go out to lunch and you just don't have to go back to work.
That is true.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then the conference nights and all the other things that you can go be doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah.
Have you listened to any shows I've done? Honestly. Here it comes.
Did I? I'm trying. I think I listened to the one Kathy did.
Oh.
Or excuse me, Mrs. Santelli.
Mrs. Santelli.
Yeah.
And you know what? That was so great, and I still think about her all the time. Every time I can't think of Woodview without her.
Yeah.
Right?
So she was there for quite a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And very cool. And I believe, like this time last year, I was talking with her, and am I correct in saying that she wanted to wait a year to decide what she wanted to do? Like she wanted to take a year just to mess around and figure out what she wanted to do?
That's a good question.
I'll have to call her and follow up.
You will.
Okay, so the reason I asked you is because usually a little way in we do something we call the Grayslake Hot Seat.
The Grayslake Hot Seat is brought to you by Joe Velez at JPV Financial. It's often said that those who fail to plan are planning to fail. Joe Velez and his team at JPV Financial create unique financial plans that address some of the most difficult challenges that people might face as they get older. No matter what stage of life you're in, having a proactive financial plan can help navigate some of the difficult decisions you'll face, helping you live your life by design, not default. Securities and investment advisory service offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Now for the Grayslake hot seat. Hey, thanks, Joe. So there's some rapid fire questions to get to know Laura, Mrs. Lambie just a little bit better. They're very easy. Very easy. And this will be kind of fun at this point of your life/career. First car you ever had?
Ooh, I drove my mom's Datsun.
Really? Do you remember what kind of Datsun?
No, I'm sorry. It was a Honda. And it was a stick shift. I'm just supposed to just do that, not...
I can see you rocking that out.
I did, and the first, when I just got my license, we were in a four-way stop, and we stalled, and I had to get out, and my mom had to get in. It was a Honda. I drove my mom's Honda for years.
That's a lot of pressure to be driving a stick shift for the first time at a four-way stop.
Yep.
So, awesome. First concert you ever attended?
Oh, who sings... Boom, boom, out go the lights. I can't remember, but that was my first concert.
But you know the song.
I can't. But I can't remember the name of the band.
All right. If you owned a boat, do you have a boat?
No.
Okay, because you have to name them, right? What would the name of your boat be?
Oh.
But keep it clean, because this is a family show.
No, I will. I would name it. Oh my gosh! Thank goodness you can edit. I don't know.
Okay.
The Lambettes.
The Lambettes. All right.
I was going to say Luscious Lambies, but
I like that one. That works good. When you first meet someone, how does someone impress you?
Oh, they have to be friendly by their smile. They have to engage in a good conversation.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Tell me something that's on your bucket list.
Ooh, I would love to I've never been on a cruise.
Really?
Never.
Okay, so maybe when you get back from Portugal, you can do that.
You can go on a cruise. Well, yeah.
I love that. Okay, so speaking of that, so if you had to travel anywhere in the world, where would you go that you haven't been, besides Portugal?
I think I would want to go to, Austria. No, that's not true. I would love to go to Fiji.
Fiji?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're picturing relaxing places. I like this.
Where I can sit and read.
Absolutely. With no blushing. Okay, so if your life was a story, what would the title be?
Fun and crazy.
I could have probably named that for you, too. Okay, if you could win an Olympic gold medal, what would it be in?
Volleyball.
Really? I like that you don't hesitate on some of these. You're just right after it.
That's the sport I played in college. So
really? And my next one was what did you play a sport in high school? So you played?
I played volleyball. That's when short people... And I was an outside hitter. And I went to college playing volleyball, but that's when short people... I'm short. I couldn't be playing now, no.
But you played college
I did.
volleyball. Where did you go to college at?
UC Santa Barbara.
Wow. See, did you play any kind of volleyball when you after college or anything?
No. Nope.
Not hanging out?
Because now there's 6,
Yeah.
Unless you're a librero, and it's like...
right.
No.
Last thing that you searched on Google?
Oh, last thing I searched on Google, it would be something one of the kids asked me. If they ask me a question and I don't know the answer, we always...
You look it up?
We always look it up.
Really?
And I wish I could remember exactly what someone asked me.
I like that the kids that age are asking a question that you don't know the answer to.
I try and tell them they think I know everything. I don't. Wow. And if I don't, we always look it up. I said, we can look that up.
If you think of that, let me know, because I'd really be interested to see what they asked. One of my baseball players last week asked me how much we tied by.
Okay, that's a good one.
Right after he asked where left field was.
It'll come to me, and then we can...
Right, thank you. As long as it's not how much do we tie by, we're fine.
That's funny.
Tell me about an experience you've had that you thought was really bad, but actually turned out to be really good.
Ooh, that's a great question. Can we come back to that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely. What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to everything, but I would probably say 80s music is my favorite.
I love it.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is my all-time favorite. Going to see them in concert.
Are you really?
Yep.
Are you seeing them in September?
The 21st of September?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
exactly.
but no, 80s is probably my favorite.
Very nice. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
I do, too. Street smarts or book smarts?
I'm going to say street smarts.
If you had to have a superpower, what would it be?
I think I would love To have the power and visibility.
Invisibility. I will tell you the research behind that answer later.
Oh, interesting.
Funniest person you know?
My sister.
Okay. Didn't hesitate on that, huh?
She's crazier than I am.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that I've never met her. Obviously, we need to get out and hang out with her. Do you have a hidden talent? Don't be shy.
I have a hidden talent.
Don't be shy.
God, do I have a hidden talent?
Well, for you, it's probably not hidden, but how about something that maybe people don't know that you're really good at?
Volleyball.
Volleyball, I guess we'll use
Used
that
to be, not anymore.
Not anymore. We'll take you over to Jesse Oaks and
Yeah.
put you.
I did that and then I tore my knee.
Did you really?
Like with my kids. I was playing with my kids.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's everybody's story too. That they all hurt
Hidden
themselves.
talent. I do. I'm a decent singer too.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I did. I think I heard you sing a couple weeks ago.
Probably wasn't pretty then.
Yeah, it was good. I think you were just getting warmed up. If you had to write a book, what would it be about?
It would be an adventure story. It'd be a fantasy romance story. It would be an adventure story.
Okay. Would the 12-year-old version of yourself think you're cool?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I've had nobody answer that with such confidence as well. Like, yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, well, I always say, 12-years don't really think anybody's cool.
No, that's true.
If you thought that's a really good thing.
Now, if you said 16 or 17, no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Do you have a nickname?
Lamb or Lambie.
Okay.
A lot of people call me Lamb.
Gotcha. All right, here's another more serious one, too. What do you wish that you learned sooner in life?
Oh, my gosh, to just, to say no.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm a huge people pleaser, and sometimes you need that I say yes to everything.
Yes. Well, and in some situations it's good for different experiences, but
I like it. And I'm trying to think what else. I also it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to be judged, and it's just you got to be who you got to be and not let things get you down.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what other people think, right?
No, it doesn't.
Just do your stuff.
That's it takes a while to learn that.
Very much so. Are you superstitious at all?
No.
No?
No.
Now they're really, really important ones that Grayslake really wants to know. Have you ever eaten a roller dog from a gas station?
Have I ever eaten a what?
A roller dog.
No.
From a gas station.
Is that a Chicago? Is that a?
That's just a travel thing. You
know, the hot dogs
on the roller thing.
Okay, I have.
You have. See?
Yeah,
it's kind of a road trip kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're still
not
alive.
Not many. I can tell you that.
not one of your top favorite foods.
No.
And what do you think the chances are that Bigfoot is real?
Oh, I would like to think he is real.
Okay.
But he's probably not. Same like the Loch Ness Monster owls. They're not, but I wish they were.
Okay. I like that too. What's your middle name?
Suzanne.
Have you ever broken a bone?
No.
If you had to have a theme party at your house, what would it be?
80s.
80s. I think we should just throw an 80s party in your honor. I think that would be a good thing. 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
Oh, I think I'm an excellent driver, so I'm going to say 8 to 9.
Okay.
My daughter might disagree.
I'm sure the next one should be, and who would disagree with that? What is your favorite Grayslake event to attend?
Oh, my favorite Grayslake event. God, there's so many.
This is Bob Churchill. I know you are always there for your family, caring for your children, your spouse, and even your parents. But in critical times, will you be able to make decisions that assure the best result for your family? A power of attorney may be necessary if on behalf of a loved one you need to talk to a doctor, a bank, or the college infirmary. A power of attorney may sound daunting, but the lawyers at Churchill, Quinn, Hamilton, and Van Doncelar can easily create this document for you. We are right here in Grayslake, supporting the community for over 122 years. Reach out to us at grayslakelaw.com or call us at 847-223-1500. Whether you need a power of attorney, a will, or legal help with your business, we'll take care of you so you can care for others. Go to grayslakelaw.com today for more information. Have a wonderful day, and now back to the program.
At the time, because I say we no longer live in Grayslake, I love I love all the parades, the Memorial Day parade.
Yeah, this last one was absolutely wonderful.
What? Yeah.
It was great. It's good, and it's really cool to see how community gathers, right?
And we lived where they would end, and they'd have the speech and the cannons go off.
How long did you move from there?
We moved in with my mom.
Okay.
Because my mom needed us, and so we lived with her for 2 years, in the basement. And then she needed full-time care, so then now we live 2 doors down from my daughter, because they bought in Lake Villa, so we live by my daughter.
See, that's great. It's nice when they're close. Sometimes
they told us the house was there, and I said, "Do you want us to live that close?"
You sure you want this?
And she's now older. They like being around us.
Right. Well, no, you guys are fun to hang out with too now. Okay, another Grayslake question. If you had to bring like an old friend or a famous person or somebody to Grayslake, where's the first place you'd take them?
Oh, we would go to. Oh my gosh, these are great questions. Probably the Vine.
Okay.
Or take them around Woodview.
Sure, maybe the Vine and then over to Woodview. And then back to the Vine. Right, or however you
I'm sorry. Or Charlie's.
Okay.
We do like Charlie's a lot.
Yes, you do not discriminate against the local taverns. That's
no.
Good. And I like that you like to frequent all of them, because that would be fair.
I love everything in the places. Our downtown, that was probably one of our favorite things when we moved here. It's like, oh my gosh, look at this wonderful one street downtown. California doesn't have
that. It really is a place like no other. I know we say that.
I agree.
We were just somewhere, and I was talking to somebody. It's like, we really should look around and realize how lucky we are to live in it. We can live anywhere in the planet, right? But
and it's such a neighborhood type community. There's no big box office and box stores, but that's what makes it unique and wonderful.
Yeah, and you can go downtown. You walk a half a block either way, and you're middle of a beautiful neighborhood.
Yep, right? And I could walk.
I know.
To the downtown from my beautiful neighborhood.
I know.
I miss it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I do miss. Sometimes I drive down my street going, oh, there's our house.
Right. That's tough. Yeah. Okay, favorite childhood book?
It's my favorite book now is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that book.
That's awesome. Hey, bartender, can I have a...
Well, it used to be a beer. Oh. Now it's cherry. It's probably rum and Coke.
Oh, okay. Why?
Captain and Coke.
Why did you switch?
Beer doesn't settle nicely in my stomach anymore.
As we get older, we need to move on to mixed drinks.
Can't do that.
So it's just a faster train. Which favorite movie of all time?
Lord of the Rings, the trilogy.
I'm learning so much about you.
Yeah.
Favorite sports team?
Oh, God, that's a hard one between Cubs and the Bears. But I'll say both Cubs and Bears.
That's fine.
Even coming from don't cheer for any of the California teams.
Good. I'm glad you came in. At least you have those. Highest score in bowling?
1. Guy, I'm not a very good bowler. I'm going to say 1. Oh, guy. 152.
Oh, that's really good. Sure. That's good.
Terry Monahan's going to go, that's not true,
yeah,
Laurie.
No, like a 102. Right? Okay. But
that's probably closer.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
I don't like to karaoke, but it's usually Love Shack.
Okay.
With a group, because I won't do it by myself. I won't karaoke by myself.
And it's one of your hidden talents that you like to sing, but you don't want to do karaoke.
I don't like.
Where do you do your singing then?
At home.
At home. In the backyard, in the shower.
Of all the things that I love to attention, I won't do karaoke. Isn't that weird?
Really?
Nope, I don't like the attention that way. Okay. I know, weird.
Yeah.
So I really don't karaoke much.
Right. So not too many parties to celebrate you. See, I'm the same way. I don't like to accept awards, things like that, like whatever. That's not it's weird. But getting attention in other ways, in genuine ways, I think
Love
that's
it.
Really great. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Have you ever won an award?
I have. I have won when I was at a junior college. I won this, what would you call it? All-state for volleyball.
Really?
I was the MVP, but for my junior college. Nice. I won an award there. I'm in the Hall of Fame at my Orange Coast College. It's like a CLC for volleyball.
That's fantastic.
Yep. Those are probably my
under 6 foot volleyball players. You won those awards. That's great.
I
That's
did.
a big deal.
I did.
Wow, that's wonderful. How about teaching?
Have I gotten an award for teaching? I don't.
Well, you guys don't get enough. There should be a lot more awards for teachers that you guys do all kinds of just stuff.
If I did, it would be crazy, outgoing.
Coolest, craziest teacher.
That just loves her students. And no, I have not. No awards.
Tell me about the second time you got arrested.
I have never been arrested.
All right. That is not a trick question. I love that we're flying through some of these that I haven't done. Okay, very important, and this will tell a lot about you too. How many days in a row can you wear the same pair of jeans without washing them?
Oh, it's
a personal question.
Well,
how many?
3.
That's actually not a lot. I think you're safe.
Well, 3 days in a row, but then they might go in the pile and then go back on a couple days later.
So I need to define in a row. Right. Okay, so 3 on, 3 off.
Maybe. Yeah, I usually wash them once a week, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. What do you put on your pizza?
I love pepperoni. I love veggie. I just love pizza.
I know.
Really, we're also Canadian. I love the pineapple. What's Canadian bacon and pineapple? Love that.
See, a lot of people don't like that, but I think
love it.
It should be done. Have you ever met a celebrity?
I have. I met Seal.
Did you?
I did at his concert, and he came back, and he was like, ugh. We got to go backstage. And he was like, you're so good. You say something silly. I met Seal. I'm trying to think if I've met any. I know. People are going, who is Seal? He's a singer.
He was kissed by a rose once.
He was kissed by a rose.
At least.
I don't think I've met anybody else.
Seal. Okay. Well, I've never had
Shook his hand.
That's good. Last thing you purchased on Amazon?
I purchased Mother's Day gifts for the whole second grade team that we were giving to our parents. Jars and bags to put them in. That was my last Amazon purchase.
How fun.
Yeah.
All right, we'll end with, we're going to come back to something that was bad that turned out good.
Oh,
if you think of that.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll, but I would never do blank again.
Guy, you're asking hard ones today.
Fine.
No, it'll come.
All right.
And something that was bad.
That turned out to be
good. That turned out good. Guy, there's a lot of those.
Hey, Lake County, I know you know a teacher out there that needs to be recognized. I'm Jody Siegmers, former educator, now realtor, and I'm here representing Educators Advantage. We want you to nominate a Teacher of the Month. Click the link in the show notes and nominate your favorite teacher. Make your favorite teacher feel appreciated and give them a shout out.
I like that question because I think a lot of people that, anybody that maybe think they're down on their luck or that think that bad things happen to me, and then it turns out
out awesome.
Right? Like turn the corner on maybe something that's wonderful out there that you didn't have any idea.
Well, there's a lot of those, but I'm trying to think what something bad that's turned out good. I would say, no, I was going to say marrying my husband. No, that can't be it. He's not. Oh, so he can't listen to this. Kidding, honey. God, isn't that weird that I can't?
That's fine.
Because my life just must be blessed.
I know that everything's yes.
No, there's.
Okay, we'll skip over for some reason.
And then what was the other one that I skipped?
No, we did hidden talent.
No, it was the very last question you asked me.
What you never do again. You never do blank again.
I will never. Oh. God, I wish I would have known that question because I would have really thought about it. I would never wear.
White before Labor Day? Or Memorial Day? Is that what it is?
I don't wear white hardly ever. I would never wear heels again.
Okay. Well, maybe you don't ever have to.
I don't plan on it.
You don't plan. That's not part of your.
But that's not a good one. I will think.
Okay.
Because
That's fine.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so I got somebody heard that I was going to interview you.
Oh, I'm afraid.
Actually, she was very nice. I love that the first thing she wrote, of course, she said, "Oh, yes." And then it said, ask her why Woodview parties are the best parties.
because we know how to let loose. We know how to enjoy ourselves. We thoroughly enjoy each other. Sometimes my family comes. Love that. Everybody just wants to be there, and I'm not going to say what she probably would like me to say.
Sure.
But we just enjoy and just have a great time.
Do you think that the quality of, like, if you think about like Woodview as a whole, with kids going there and education and everything, it has to make it so much of a better school all the way across the board that you teachers get along so well?
We do.
Right?
And we do. And the parents are wonderful. Our PTO is wonderful.
Yeah.
They treat us like we're queens and kings.
As you should be treated there.
And it's just, it's the community feel. It really, really is.
Right.
So
after the change in principals, new principal's name is?
Mr. Higgins.
Mr. Higgins. Did Mr. Higgins have any idea what he was getting into?
I don't think so. I really don't. But maybe not, because in the interview process, I know it's that he was told over and over, this is a family.
Yeah.
This is a family.
Well, what a better place to get a job.
And I think
right?
once he goes, this really is a family. And
Wow.
But that was a big thing. You need to have an idea of what you're walking into.
Yeah.
And he knows now.
Yeah, I'm sure. Right.
Yeah.
Who's taking your spot?
I'm not quite sure.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's.
I'm pretty sure it's someone within the building.
Okay.
But it all depends. There's shifting happening, and it all depends. So get out there and register if you haven't registered your kid yet.
Yes.
Because they've been cutting some sizing down.
Oh, just to see how many.
Well, there's not been enough registration, so.
Oh man! So you have to base everything on that.
Yep.
Wow, I'm one of the worst that I register last for.
Well,
all the time.
Me too.
Yeah. Actually, now the registrars know me so well. They're like, Dave, you know this is going to happen, right? I'm like, yeah. But I'm always at the last thing.
Yeah. As of right now, I believe Mrs. Schmidt might be coming into my room.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
You know, with everybody there, too, it's like one of those, like, if I was looking for a job to teach, I would be fighting, scrapping tooth and nail to get into that school.
Yeah, absolutely. I have never been more celebrated than in the last, well, really the whole year, but.
Isn't that wonderful?
I'm more celebrated by these people.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you see those, and you were talking about all the fun things that go on. And I know we talked about some different activities you guys do, but you guys do a lot of really fun stuff from Exploration Day was just happening.
What's even cool is we do team building things after school. The last one we just did was a scavenger hunt around Grayslake.
Really?
And we'd have to find a flag, do the Pledge of Allegiance, go in front of go to a park and do something. So we had 10 activities that we had to do, and we were on teams, and we do one of those a month. We do team building activities. Yeah.
When did those start?
Oh, we did those when it was Jeff Knapp. We've been doing them for a long time. Yeah. And that just really brings, we do trivia, we do, all sorts of things.
And why aren't other schools doing a lot of this?
They might, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't heard not of that many activities.
Yeah,
and you guys are like.
Our social committee is amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so anybody that when we go to like a barn fest or something like that.
How many people do you see from Woodview at the barn fest?
Yeah, it's like the posse is there, and they're the loudest, and they're taking crazy pictures and having a lot of fun.
Yeah, rode the bull.
Yes. Yeah.
Came the next day, and then I had vertigo for 3 days.
Did you really?
And I go, I don't, and I'm going, that can't be from riding that bull, is it? And I said,
sure.
I missed 3 days of school because I had vertigo.
And that's why we sign a waiver, folks.
Yeah, and I went, and well worth it. I would do it. No, I will never do it again. But I was so happy I did it.
Wow. And vertigo is the worst.
The worst ever.
The worst thing.
Yep. Ever. But I went to the doctor and going, could it be from riding a bull? She goes, maybe. And I'm all, we're going to say it's not.
Yeah, you just got shook too hard. Shake the.
It was going this. My daughter goes, is that in slow motion, Mom? I went, no, that's how fast.
Yeah, get me the video for that. We'll speed it up to show everybody how awful it really was.
Yeah.
Most people have no idea what to do with their aging loved one who needs help. Well, there is a solution. A company that provides care and assistance to make your loved one feel right at home. At Right at Home, Their mission statement is to improve the quality of life for those they serve. They offer extensive services: personal and companion care, safety supervision and transportation, fall prevention, dressing and bathing assistance, medical reminders, meal prep, hospice support, ambulation support, stroke recovery, Parkinson's support. The list goes on and on and on. If you have an aging loved one that needs help, call Right at Home. Most people prefer to age in their home rather than moving to an assisted living or nursing home. Right at Home can make this happen. Contact Right at Home at rightathomenlc.com or give them a call, 847-984-0103. Now back to the show.
Okay, so let's as we get closer to wrapping up, to a couple things. Something you'd like to say to the community, to say to your past students.
Oh my gosh.
A message to them.
The greatest thing is when I see you in the neighborhood and you hug me and you say hello to me. I want to thank every single family I've ever had that just, to this day, I still get emails or people saying hello, or my son loves you still, or I love that. So thank you to everyone that has treated me so beautifully. To the staff and the Woodview staff, I love you more than you know, and you know I love you. And just the kids that I've had. Yeah. My class this year, best class to retire on. I love them. So I just want to say a big giant thank you to everyone for just treating me so wonderfully.
Well, we all thank you for we'll call it your service, because it really is. You've got to be such a big part of so many kids in our community and their lives. And they all remember you. When it's really cool when kids they remember their teacher or they really like you.
I love it.
It's not an easy thing to do.
And that's why I said I loved living in Grayslake, because I loved seeing. Yeah. We'd be anywhere and it never got old. And it was great when my children, because I still have, my son is very close with his Woodview friends. Yeah. And I remember once I said something, he goes, "Mrs. Lambie, you can't say that." I'm like, "Okay, you're 24 now. I can say anything."
Right, you don't have to call me Mrs. Lambie anymore.
I still have people, adults. I'm like, "You can call me Laurie."
Right.
It's always Mrs. Lambie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a very special, wonderful community.
A lot of people do a lot of different jobs, and when they get through, when you retire, it's what impact have you made on your family, on people's lives, and you've done a wonderful job of really touching people. It's such a cool thing.
Thank you very much. This means the world to me that you asked.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
great.
It was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, wait till a bunch of people hear this. So if you're listening to this now, you better call Mrs. Lambie and say, "Hey, I listened," and then she will be performing her songs at karaoke night. And then you're singing your hidden talent. So I think there's some other.
My hidden talent. And sorry I couldn't answer two of those questions.
That's okay. Anything else we want to mention before we sign off? Anything that any random thing that people might not know about you that you want them to know?
No, because if you ask my team, I'm an overshare, and there's probably not a lot that I haven't shared.
Right.
Because they say I overshare everything. Well, and I'm okay with that.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. At least we know who you are.
That's right. You do. What you see is what you get.
Laurie, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Grayslake, do me a favor. Wherever you guys are listening, whether you're on Apple, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on YouTube, wherever the heck you're at, hit the subscribe button so that way every Tuesday you'll be alerted of a new guest from Grayslake. So, and listen to people you don't know. I think that's the coolest thing, because I think it helps build community, to know our neighbors, even if it's just listen from a story from them.
Absolutely.
And as I always end, we never know what our friends, our family, even strangers are going through. So get out there, do 1-2 different random acts of kindness today, whether it's helping somebody across the street, just smiling, or shaking somebody's hand, or being nice to the cashier at the dollar store.
I love that.
An example. Right?
A smile goes a long way.
And people will walk by in the street and not even look up, make eye contact, say good morning, say hello. And
that's awesome.
So, all right. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Grayslake, for listening, and we'll see you next Tuesday, everybody.